Greetings, everyone, and a warm welcome to another edition of Marketing Invisible. A pleasure today to have Mike Koenigs here. Mike, g'day, warm welcome from down under.
Thank you. It's good to be here with you, man.
Mike and I met, unbelievably, Mike, probably 10 years ago in San Diego at Susan Evans' Green Room event, which was a blast of a day talking about filling conferences, etc. But I was previously a Mike client back in the days of Traffic Geyser, which was a very sophisticated video distribution, complete with tags, generate lead stuff. It was pretty impressive. So been a fan for a while, Mike. And for those of you who don't know Mike, though, he's hold on to your hats. He's a 19 times best-selling author. Um, he's got his lifestyle set up. He's an entrepreneur in the true sense that he goes from one successful venture to another. He's a founder with 5 successful exits, trusted by global brands, top marketers, in fact, people like Tony Robbins, Peter Diamandis, and he's really into helping. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a solopreneur, and you've got a vision, and you just feel like you might need a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of pivoting, a little bit of reinvention, then he's can help you do that. But the thing is that it's turboed, and that you'll see a lot of BS and hype around 10 times or 5 times or whatever you get. But Mike's thing is AI combined with lead generation, with optimization of teams, etc. And you've probably discovered, like I have, that AI is simply frickin' phenomenal. So all the hype that we used to, all the BS that we used to in marketing, suddenly with AI, a whole lot of that stuff is no longer hype. So I'm going to shut up for as best I can, and that's not a high standard there, but never mind. Title today, folks, is How to Upgrade Yourself, Your Brand, Your Team, and Your Top Line Revenue Using AI. Mike, our 7 minutes is going to start now, sir. Question number 1, who's your ideal client?
They're founders who've either recently sold a company and want to reinvent themselves. So a while ago, I wrote a book called Your Next Act. So I create next acts. That's one of the core things.
All right.
Frustrated business owners, founders who know they're the best that there is, but there's someone beating, there's some competition. They're always frustrated because
Mm.
someone's failed them either internally or externally. And they're like, is this all there is? So they're looking for, how do I access a better customer who's willing to pay me more? And I call it creating a category of one brand, being the best, the only, and the most expensive. And then lastly, founders who understand at some point that having a strong founder brand will multiply the value of everything they touch for the rest of their lives.
Mm. Yeah, and then the beautiful thing about that, the category of one, you as an individual, as the founder, uh, are highly qualified to be that category of one because there's only one you, unless you got a identical twin. But that's
Yeah, you got that. A naughty
question.
robot.
Question 2: what's the problem you solve?
So, I asked Peter Diamandis this the other day, who's the founder of Abundance 360, created X Prize, and he's all about robotics and abundance. So, here's what he said about me. He said, Mike supercharges founders and gives them superhuman skills with magical, high leverage, impactful methodologies and tools. To me, what that means is at some point, we all feel lost as founders, and we're like, what is wrong with me? And if you've sold a company, you wake up one day and you've sold your identity, usually your team, and momentum. And trying to get or stay relevant is the hardest thing. Think about it. If you're an actor, you're trying to be and stay relevant. If you're a business owner or a founder, or if you're a brand of any sort, getting attention, staying relevant, and constantly going upstream versus downstream is the challenge we all face. And I'd say I'm one of the best in the world at making that happen consistently.
Yeah, yeah, agreed. And I think the thing is for me, the Germans have this phrase, the Hintergedanke, the thought at the back. And it doesn't matter how successful you are, at some point or another, you're going to plateau and you need
Mhm.
to reinvent and you need to find the next chapter in your book, so to speak, the book of your business, so to speak. So, and this is where this stuff comes in. And I just wrote to someone this morning, that sometimes we just need someone outside our own head who has been there and has done that to point the way.
Mhm. Yeah,
let's
you can't
let's
get to
let's
heaven by staring at your belly button.
in my case, it's not worth sparing it too long. Let's unpack that a little bit more, though. What would you say are some of the symptoms of someone who would benefit from an AI accelerator experience with Mike Koenigs?
Yeah, well, what I just did an interview right before yours, and the thing that I have found, here's a little bomb I'll drop. I just spoke at NASA exactly a week ago,
Oh,
and 2 months before that, I spoke at the United Nations.
wow.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
And, um, and the problem we all face is we hit this plateau, as you'd said. We're hungry for our next act, or we're feeling, a loss of momentum. And, what we need is a lift in our sales. And
Yep.
I think when you ask that question, what's it like to do the AI accelerator and go through an experience is, imagine being able to feel understood for either the first time or the first in a long time fully and comprehended and being able to reinvent and create your next act, a possibility, and actually prototype it in real time. That's the power right now of what AI can do. What I think we've done that's very unique is we've created a sprint environment, a workshop environment where you can either do it alone or with team members and make huge progress in an hour or 3. So as an example, tomorrow I'm meeting with some clients. We're going to prototype 4 software platforms in 1 day. Literally start a timer and get a bunch of AI agents to generate software in real time.
Mind-boggling.
So
Mind-boggling.
that's exciting and mind-blowing to me.
It is. As a former software programmer in a previous life, it's simply it would have been unthinkable, literally unthinkable.
Totally.
I could have gone, never thought of that. So so when people are jumping into AI, would you say there are any sort of common mistakes people are making?
For sure. First of all, it's um, I believe that we as human beings give up our agency at a very early age. We're always asking someone else, "How do I do this? How can I? How?" And we give up our agency to higher education or some form of authority or some sort of a guru.
Right.
And now with AI, you can say, "Teach me how to do this. Do it for me, and then help me improve this."
Mm.
And you don't have to know AI to do AI because all you have to do is state your intent and the outcome you desire, and you don't worry about or think about how anymore.
And
And
you
the second
yeah.
yeah, the second thing I recommend you do is start 5 different AIs simultaneously trying to solve the same problem and pick the best one.
Oh, top tip. Top
Yep.
tip. Top tip. And if guys, if you get a big screen, that helps because you can divide it up into 5 different windows and have them all running in front of you at the same time. So that really
Save
answers
lives, yeah.
question 4 and 5. 1 minute left, Mike. 2 questions to go. Valuable free resource. Where can people go to find out more about what you're doing and maybe get some more
Okay.
value?
Great. So I'll give you 2 of them. I'm gonna double bonus you. One of them is my most recent book is called AI Accelerator. You can get that at aiaccelerator.com/free, both the audiobook and the book. And it really teaches you not just some of the hands-on techniques, but get your hands dirty thinking right about AI. The second is aiaccelerator.com/replay. That's my most recent masterclass where I guide you through some of my best tools. So both of those will get you in a hands-on mode, thinking right and using the latest tools. And I update that very regularly.
Fantastic. So it's aiaccelerator.com/free. And the
Yep.
second one is aiaccelerator/replay.
Correct.
Uh, Last question, sir. 30 seconds left. My time is going off. I'm going to scrimp a little bit. What's the one question I should have asked you but didn't?
Okay. What's been the most exciting speaking engagement you've ever had? I kind of gave it away, but I got this weird call and an opportunity to go speak at NASA. Now, first of all, I barely passed high school. I am not special. I taught a whole program with an MIT teacher, and we helped figure out how NASA could use generative AI to solve some of their biggest challenges getting back to the moon and getting to Mars by
Incredible.
building AIs using the same tools I just talked about. We actually started little AI agents that wrote software,
Right.
and it was one of the most exciting experiences of my life, something I'd never dreamed was possible, and it just popped up out of the blue.
Yeah, phenomenal, phenomenal. Mike Koenigs, as inspirational as ever. Thanks for your energy, enthusiasm, your insights, and we'll get this interview out. Folks, make sure you get your digital butt over to aiaccelerator.com/free and aiaccelerator.com/replay. Mike, thank you.
Appreciate you. Thanks, Tom.
Thanks for checking out our Marketing the Invisible podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes to subscribe, rate us, and leave us a review. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to generate 5 fresh leads in just 5 hours, then check out www.5hourchallenge.com.